Good evening. In our news bulletin for tonight, Niue's general elections for 2017 concluded peacefully with a few changes to representatives in the Niue Legislative Assembly. Procedures set out by the Niue High Court determined Mottola constituency representative for the next 3 years. A road bump in Tuapa has been installed by individuals to get drivers to slow down, but this has caused additional problems and concerns from road users. Although the cyclone season may be over, Cyclone Ella is brewing in the Pacific, and the National Disaster Management Office is reminding people to be prepared. Niue went to the polls last Saturday, and the outcomes of elections for 2017 have returned with a few changes for the 16th Niue Legislative Assembly, with 3 new village representatives and 1 change in the common roll. Each village had a dedicated area for the polling stations and polling booths open at 9 in the morning until 6 in the afternoon. Early in the election coverage, provisional results varied quite a bit throughout the night as the results for the smaller constituencies came through. But there was a noticeable delay for Alofi South results to come through, and those votes shifted figures, considering it is the biggest constituency with the most voters. The village seat stayed much the same, with 3 changes. For Hakupu's constituency, the successful candidate was Michael Jackson, who ousted the long-time veteran politician Mr. Youngmeni Youngviviani. For Tuapa, with the highest number of candidates contesting 1 seat, there were 4 in total, but it was Monainu who managed to secure that seat, increasing the number of women in the assembly. For the village of Mottola, long-serving member Bill Vrafi Mutful lost his seat to a 2-way tie between the 2 other contenders, Makaseo Ioane and Maureen Milikitama. The common roll seats that are normally voted in by the whole island also provided some interesting results, with 23 candidates, possibly the highest number ever, nominating during the elections. Most of the newcomers did relatively well, but it seemed the most popular votes remained for some of the members who are well-seasoned politicians. There was only 1 change for the common roll, as Tongia Sioniholo lost his seat and was replaced by Olaf Jacobson, who topped the polls with 452 votes. Teriko improved his placing, this time round to 2nd, with 431 votes. Seto Ketalangi placed 3rd with 424. Stan Kaloni, who was number 1 in the last elections, now placed 4th with 407 votes. Crossi Tatui in 5th with 382 votes, and the final and 6th seat was claimed by Joan Viliamu with 296 votes. The Chief Electoral Officer and staff at the Justice Department conducted the recount process yesterday. That was completed in the evening. Final results have yet to be released, but it appears that they may have little difference as preparations move ahead to hold the first assembly meeting. While the final results are yet to be released, the voter turnout for this elections was about 79%. That is 882 out of the 1,119 registered electors. Meanwhile, lobbying is occurring as the Premier hopefuls try to get the numbers that will form the new government. The first meeting of the 16th Niue Legislative Assembly will be held this week on Friday. The Mottola Member of Assembly has now been determined following a process set out through the Niue High Court. Following provisional results on Saturday, there was a tie between Makaseo Ioane and Maureen Milikitama with 19 votes each. Ballot papers were recounted yesterday, and there was an equality of votes. The Chief Electoral Officer, Hubert Kaloni, made an application to the Niue High Court, and a decision was made by Chief Justice Savage to appoint Desmond Hipper, the Commissioner of the Niue High Court, to conduct the proceedings to draw from the hat. In a short proceeding at the Justice Department this morning, both candidates had appointed scrutineers who were present to observe this process, to ensure that it was done fair and proper. Both names were placed in a hat, and the Chief Electoral Officer was able to draw the name of Maureen Milikitama, who was the successful candidate who will serve Mottola for the next 3 years. Mrs. Milikitama's appointment now brings the number of female representatives in the Assembly to 5. Over the past few days, there have been several meetings and discussions held to determine numbers and support for other positions in the Assembly. That now completes the 20-member Assembly, who are scheduled to meet for the very first time on Friday this week. A small business has placed a road bump at the bottom of Maleko Hill in Tuapa to try and slow down motor vehicles, but this has been met with much disappointment from road users. The owners of Hio Cafe say that their concern was that vehicles were speeding down the hill, and this is a safety issue for their customers and business as well. The installation of this road bump was in response to an incident where one of their customers was almost hit by a speeding car. They had hoped that the speed bump would be a deterring factor for those who are speeding. According to the Chief of Police, Tony Edwards, this is understandable, but there is a proper process that needs to be taken, and people cannot take such matters into their own hands. There have been discussions between the police department and Hio Cafe owners where they are looking for a solution that will look at measures where police can better enforce road rules and monitor road users. According to Tony Kalauni, they had followed the necessary process before setting up the road bump, and he had spoken to the police, who have also visited. Although there have been attempts by individuals to place signage, they are not clearly visible at night, and road users have also shown concerns due to potential damages to their vehicles. There has also been some confusion whether the responsibility for the road or the roads lies with the Department of Infrastructure or Civil Inquiry. Representatives from both entities were unavailable for comment. However, police have given instructions for the speed bump to be removed while they look at alternative measures that will address the issues that have been raised. Tropical Cyclone Ella is brewing in the Pacific, and the Niue Disaster Management Office reminds the community to stay vigilant even though cyclone season has ended. The cyclone season starts in November and ends in April each year, but the NDMO reminds people to be prepared for anything. Predictions are that at 7 tomorrow morning, Cyclone Ella is expected to be located about 983 kilometers to the west of Niue and moving west-southwest at about 14 kilometers per hour. According to the Niue Disaster Management Officer, Robin Hekau, the heavy rain and strong winds that we are currently experiencing are due to Tropical Cyclone Ella. In his opinion, climate change and global warming are some of the reasons that cyclones are still occurring even though cyclone season ended last month. The NDMO continues to encourage people to monitor government and radio notifications for weather and cyclone updates, and the Tropical Cyclone Ella center is moving northwest at about 7 kilometers per hour away from Niue. And that concludes tonight's news bulletin.